Right, hi everyone, this is Chris 2E0UKH, and I just wanted to show you some shortcuts that you can use on the Anytone 868, 878 radios to make life a bit easier. So Norman Williams wrote in with this one: if you long press the 0 button, there's a shortcut for manual dial by default on the radio. I didn't know this. So it takes us to the manual dial screen, which we've discussed before. I could type in someone's ID, key up, and I'll be calling them. They could hear me. It's not advisable unless they, you'd say it's a private call first, or you can press the hash button bottom right and it changes it to group call. And then I could type in the number of a talk group which I don't have programmed in, and I would be on there. So first of all, that's the 0 button. Long press of the 0 button. And you might wonder what's so good about that. Well, it's there by default, so it frees up some of these other presets you've got. And you can also add hotkeys to this radio. On the side you've got PF1 and PF2, and the blue button on the top, that's PF3, and you've got P1 and P2 on the front. And what that is, that you can assign them to short and long press features. So if I went to a channel where there's a lot of activity, try not to disturb anyone. So I'll go on. I'm just linked to TAC 310, so there's some activity to show you. And I have added on PF1 the 4000 command to disconnect. Tap it once, key up, and I should disconnect. Perhaps I didn't get it in time. Do it again.
Not linked.
So I've got like I said, I've got PF1 assigned to 4000 group call. And if you keep pressing this a few times, it swaps between the talk group that you were on or the hotkey that you selected, the command for hotkey 1, which is 4000. So you press it until it says 4000, and you can press transmit while that's on the screen, and you'll disconnect. And I'll just show you how I set that up, because it's quite easy. So in the CPS software, first of all you have to define a hotkey by going to hotkey here, to this tab, and I defined hotkey 1 as a call, a digital call, 4000. That's the disconnect command, and I gave it group call. So I first of all have defined the hotkey. I might have wanted it for a talk group, so I pressed that and it will go to TAC 310 if I key up. But in this instance I've got it as a disconnect command. And you can assign it to the buttons on the radio in one of two ways. You can do it in optional settings, key functions, PF1 short key I've got assigned to hotkey. If I wanted to change that, you've got a drop down menu and you've got 6 presets for hotkeys. So you can have a ton of talk groups or commands assigned to the preset buttons on the radio. So you can do it in that way and write it to the radio, or on the radio you can press menu, settings, radio set, go up a few, and you can assign it directly from the radio. So there they are, hotkey. So if I chose hotkey 1, that would alter that one. So remember about that long press of the 0, because that will free up one of your other presets and you can use it for something else, and it's very handy. Right, 7.3 2E0 UKH, back to standby. Cheers.